Chessington, A World of Adventures is back open for the 2026 season, and before we begin, let's just appreciate Marcel. Yes, Vampire is back open for 2026, no sinking required, but there is a lot to look at, and we of course will start with Paw Patrol. You will see a separate update from Paw Patrol very shortly to go in a little bit more detail of what we can see in the area. We just kind of want to give you an overview really of what's going on. And you can see the area looks pretty much finished. It really does. All the rides are now intact. Chase's car is on the track as well. And whilst we haven't seen anything testing yet, the area has come together really nicely with the rides, the colour, the infamous slide as well. And of course, the roller coaster, another family roller coaster for Chessington, replacing Scorpion Express. The area just looks incredible, from little details to little models to everything that they've done on it. We can't wait for this, and loads has happened since we last seen it as well. And of course, here is the train. Yet to see it go round, but it's definitely been round. We can see that on the marks as well. Right, now, Mexicana seems to be quietly disappearing from the park as we stay in this area. Not only has the sign disappeared, but the actual fencing that was blocking off Paw Patrol around this side is staying, and it's going to be having graphics which are being installed at the moment. And these graphics are clearly Forbidden Kingdom colours, as you can see on the right hand side that Rattlesnake has been painted the lighter shade to go on with Forbidden Kingdom, which is a little bit peculiar. Now, we did say we thought that Rattlesnake would be staying and it would be themed into Forbidden Kingdom. And with all the scenery removed here and all the pieces and things, that seems to be what might be happening. Now, the shop has stayed at Crop Drop. It kind of was on and off for a couple of years, but it's very much there, and it is nicely advertised as well. Quickly up to Zoofaria, and the lorikeets are back up here at the moment. I have to say, I don't quite know why they're back up here at the moment. I'm guessing it's something to do with the avian flu, although we will see later on that that's actually changed a bit down at the Penguins. As we move over to Land of the Tiger, which returned for 2026. We did say it would be back in 2026. How long it'll be back for in this way, we don't 100% know. However, they have done an amazing job at refreshing it. Possibly not when you enter, but when you get right down into the area and around the station, we've got a lot of new murals, and these are all hand painted. This is the exit to the ride. I mean, we gave this some criticism last year. It looked awful. Well, look at this now. It's just amazing what paint, refresh, and probably what is really quite simple can bring back to an area and a ride, even if it is in its twilight years. Of course, didn't stop them doing it with Wild Asia, and probably won't stop them doing it with this one either. The paint, I mean, the red paint must be flowing, to be fair, because as we move over to Dragon's Fury, we can see that the queue line for Dragon's Fury has also been painted. This is another thing we pointed out over the winter period. It was looking a bit ropey. That actually replaced quite a lot of the wood, so it's nice to see that they've gone in and done this. As we look over to what we now is confirmed, the world's worst secret, the world of Minecraft, is coming to Chessington in 2027. And there's a lot of activity going on site. Now, it is difficult to get good views of this. And to be honest, at the moment, you know, there's nothing spectacular to see. We're kind of like trying to piece things together. But there is a lot of work going on here. A lot of digging, a lot of drilling, a lot of moving bits, a lot of concrete, and what we assume to be footers, obviously, for the new roller coaster, which is coming to the area. However, the paint doesn't stop up here, as down in Adventure Point, we brought you this over the close season, and obviously in February, that they were doing a lot of work down here, and that starts with the carousel. That's had a lovely refresh, and I mean, it's a beautiful carousel anyway, and it looks really good when they really look after it. The murals have been painted, the fences have been painted, it's been given a bit of a freshen up to go with the Adventure Point freshen up, which started with the Chessington Armada, which is now pretty much done. The boats aren't back yet, but you can see the water wheel is flying around and the classic signs are back. And again, it's an historic part of Chessington World of Adventures. The shop was nearly done last time we saw it, but again, that's all been finished off. And again, a lick of paint. It's amazing what a lick of paint does to anywhere. let alone a theme park which people are going through, and hopefully they can maintain this and keep it looking fresh over the season and don't leave it another 5-10 years before doing it again. We also have obviously highlighted the Qboards. We do have a new Qboard, although it's not showing queue times yet. We expect that to happen very shortly. Now, the only ride that's not open at the end of the season will be Elmer's Flying Jumbos, although they have started putting it back together. It's not quite ready yet. We expect this to be back for a summer return, and other things in the area as well. Whilst we're there, is more Qboards or more advertising for potential shows. Of course, we don't know what the shows will be like this year, and some of the, again, historic parts of Chessington have been restored, so you can enjoy some of the retro. Right next to it, we have Shipwreck Coast. The sign, we noticed the sign had gone, that had blown away. That is back and strapped back down for this year. And again, more works happen around here as well. A refresh around Seastorm, which includes the painting of the fences around the outside. We'd already shown you the new sign for this, entrance sign for this, of course. It's had its bit as well. But as we move across to Blue Barnacle, this might explain why the ride wasn't open at Christmas and indeed February, when we were led to believe it was ready, obviously, by the park, and it was advertised as being open. Well, it looks like the queue is being completely reworked. And when I say looks like, it is being completely reworked. Now, it was open for previews going into the exit, but I think now they just need to get it done. It looks like they are going to move the entrance up to the top end and have a bridge going over and around, rather than you walking down the steep steps and under the waterfall, which quite frankly was quite slippery. So I'm not too shocked about this, to be honest with you. But it looks like there's a lot of work happening here, and this is where we think the new entrance area will be. Obviously the goat shed will be removed and all that will be gone, and we will have a fresh Blue Barnacle queue line. And it kind of makes sense to move the entrance up the top, bring it away from the restaurant area and more into Shipwreck Coast. But I'd imagine this is going to take a few weeks to do yet, and quite honestly, with all this closed off, it's probably not safe to open the ride realistically, and obviously help to get the work done quicker if they just leave it closed for the moment. So it might be closed on your visit. Now, Vampire, right next to it, as we said, is back open for 2026. And a little path has been placed in as well. I'd imagine this is for engineering purposes, so they can do inspections of the track. However, any behind-the-scenes tours will also benefit from this little path. Well done, Jumanji. Not a lot got on, but obviously the Ostrich Stampede side is back. That's been repainted and is back in as we move back over to the zoo area, where the Gruffalo meet and greet has been removed. Now, this was all fenced, so quite honestly, it does open up world of Paw Patrol really, really nicely. To be fair, I don't know whether or not it's going to be replaced, as the meet and greet has been moved to the mini stage, which doesn't quite look right to me. As the refresh continues around the front, this isn't back open still yet. More murals as well over the signs for the walkthrough, which they have, as we look to the penguins, which you can now get up and close with and walk back through. However, the shows on the lawn are not back on yet due to the avian flu. So we're still kind of restricted on that. Might be the reason why the lorikeets have been moved back out into a more secluded area. Of course, merchandise. Now, Chessington have some of the new merchandise out for this year. That includes some new jumpers, some new t-shirts, some of them embroidered, some of them not embroidered. They are the same price, which is a little bit peculiar, but it's nice to see a brand new range. They got quite a nice logo that fits onto anything, to be honest with you. And we have some new pin badges. We have the mystery pin badges, which look like umbrellas. That does include Tiger Rock, as well as some new ordinary pin badges. That's the basic Chessington ones, a really nice Tomb Blaster one, Dragon's Fury, Vampire as well. But we do seem to have quite a lot of Tiger Rock stuff for this year, which is quite something. But it is nice to see some original merch and it not be filled with junk, to be honest. We have some key rings, we obviously have some magnets, and we even have some new patches, which you can get for Vampire and a standard Chessington ones. And here are some of the magnets. These are really nice. It's ride-based and indeed animal-based as well. And whilst we look at some of the new Vampire merch, obviously Chessington is back open for 2026. Let us know when you're visiting the park. It's time to get rides in. The main season is now here.